Welcome to this sacred space. It's Silvia here, your one and only esoteric artist and evolutive mentor. I do support highly spiritual beings in their ascension journey, and this is all a kind of support for you when you are advanced on your path. Today, I want to share something different, and I'm going to talk about the law of assumption. I am passionate about evolution, self-evolution, and what I share here, it's all focused on this. Whether I do use art or podcasts or videos, the main purpose of the sharings is to support our journey. And I've been very much intrigued by the law of assumption recently. For recently, I mean in the past 2 years. And I became more and more aware of it, how it works. And I always applied it since the moment I have actually discovered it. I spent quite a lot of months affirming, using affirmations, tracks, scripting. At a certain point, I got very tired of them. And I also found the process exhausting for me. So I had a kind of burnout in affirming, whether it was with my inner voice, whether it was with my proper voice aloud, whether it was through tracks, maybe rampages, or just sequences of affirmations. So I had to stop. And in this process, I have always reported my journey. I love very much journaling, and so I decided to report my conscious manifestations. And what I found very powerful for me is this. I underline for me, because what I've noticed is that each one of us has a different way to manifest. We always manifest 24/7. However, each one of us has a favorite channel. Some of us love scripting, some others love maybe robotic affirmations, others maybe love subliminals. So it's unique. And for myself, what I've noticed to be very powerful is my inner dialogue. I've noticed some manifestations to harden into the 3D without me using any script or subliminals, without basically doing anything, but having a few moments within myself to say, this is the thing, this is going like this. I'm going there, I received that, this is like this. This is in XYZ way. And completely focusing my life on something else, on something different. And in a matter of sometimes 3 days, less than 3 days, sometimes just a few hours, sometimes 3 weeks, sometimes few years. And I want to say this absolutely without affirming, just by having spent some moments, maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes maximum, focusing on that thing which I truly wanted inside myself, I got the manifestation hardened in the 3D. So this was very interesting for me, because I said, my goodness, I am manifesting without affirming, without spending hours in affirming. And I want to share now one of the latest manifestations which I have received consciously. because we go on autopilot for most of our manifestations. We actually do not recognize all the things that we are manifesting. Anyway, I tell you about this. So some days ago, I had this idea that I wanted to craft a special case for my makeup. So I thought within myself to create something with crochet, because I love crocheting. So I had this idea, maybe I'll crochet a case. I was, thinking about maybe circles, something round. That was a nice idea. That was a thinking that I had for maybe a few minutes. And I have to be honest here, I had this thought repeatedly during the days. I have thought about this idea maybe twice, 4 times maximum, but always for a very short amount of time, always for maybe a few minutes. Well, I went for shopping with my daughter the other day, and in this place where we go, there is one section for food and one section for gadgets. So I was into the food section. Meanwhile, she was into the gadget section. And after a few minutes in there, she came to me with a lovely box. This box had no label on it, and we couldn't find any other boxes like that on the shelves. So I said, this is very nice. I could use it for my makeup. So this is manifestation in progress, This is live manifestation when you are into the process and you are receiving it. So I said, yes, I could use this for my makeup. Very nice. And I kept it with me along the shopping until we reached the cashier at the till, and I asked, what about this item? How much is it for this? It has no label. And the cashier said, where have you found it? So she went with my daughter on the shelf where my daughter found it, but they couldn't find any other item like that one. So that was the only item like that. It had no label on it, and there was no price on the shelves. So the cashier came back to me and she said, this means that this is one of the items we have forgot to give back to the headquarters. Maybe, sometimes every now and then, or maybe consistently, they take the items that have not been sold and they send it back to the headquarters. So she said, there's no label. This is a forgotten item. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to gift it to you. And that was my gift. So I received the case I desire for my makeup, even better, because like that, I didn't have to spend any time crocheting, crafting my case, that was already done. That was already ready. And it was very, very beautiful. It's actually super beautiful. And all my makeup stand in there in a perfect way. So you see, after I came back home, I was pondering and I said, my goodness, this is my manifestation. I have never affirmed for this. And it came to me in the most magical way. It came to me as a gift. So I also want to share this story for you to be open to magic. Be open to magic, because like this, you can receive, we can receive, I can receive, you can receive, we all together can receive what we desire in the most gorgeous way. Oh my goodness, in a way that is even better than we can imagine, because here, in this dimension where we are incarnated in our physical body, we are limited. So when we connect to the divine with magic, with ethereal, there everything is possible, and we don't have this human control on it. And so we receive, we receive in such magical way. Okay, so I wanted to share this story to give you proof somehow of how anything is possible. Anything that we desire is possible in the receiving for us. So it's possible for us to receive everything we desire. And, you know, in my case, I've noticed this, that I do not need to affirm so much for the things that I desire to receive in a physical form. So this also brought me to ask me why it is so difficult for me to receive something else. And there is where I can recognize a kind of resistance. So I have two ways here. I can work on my resistances, and I also can simply decide that there is no resistance for me in anything that I want to manifest consciously. I am resistance free because I am God. I'm pure power. So I already feel this video, this message to be so inspiring, so electrifying. I can sense the energy, the vibes, which are literally piercing the screen. Therefore, the command for you is practice and report your journey so that you can become aware of what works and what doesn't work for you, and you can apply only the things that works for you, and you can also implement them. Okay, this is it for today. I open my arms to receive you into my 101 personalized program, I Am, where you embody your God state. So you find what works for you, you implement it, and you become more and more a master of your powers, your unique way to use your powers, your unique way to manifest yourself in the world, because each manifestation is just a manifestation of self. Many blessings, and I see you in the program.